Good morning guys, this is your Sir DRV again and welcome back for another NIKKE video. So for today, I'm going to give you my 10 best tips for beginners and F2P alike. And I would say that this is very beneficial to you. And in my 4 days of playing this game, I think I now have the proper knowledge to give you the things that you need to prioritize and the things that you need to avoid, and other information that might be helpful for you to play this game. Alright, so without further ado, let's go with the first one. So our first tip for today is re-rolling. So reroll, why do you need to reroll? Well, the main reason for that is the rate here is pretty low, and since the game is pretty much new, it will be hard for us to get the recruit vouchers. And the recruit vouchers that I'm talking about is this one right here. So recruit vouchers can be used for using in the ordinary recruit. So there's a chance for you to get those SSR heroes and other good stuff. So I made a video for how to reroll and what are the heroes that you need to look out for. I will include the separate video on the description below, the link on the description, so you might want to check that out. And that's our first beginner tip. So next up, second one and next topic is team building. So this is quite a diverse topic, but I'll do my best to give you the basics of team building. So let's go to the NIKKE list. So on your NIKKEs, each of your NIKKE have corresponding number to them. As you can see, we have 1, 2, and 3. This is all connected to the linking of burst. So make sure in your team you have at least one of each, 1, 2, and 3, because your burst won't link if you don't have, let's say for example, you only have 1 and 3 on your team, then you're missing 2, then your burst will stop only at 1 and you won't be able to use the third or the burst of the 3 NIKKE, so or the 3 NIKKE, number 3 NIKKE. Sorry for that. So yeah, let me just show you an example. So I have here a team of NIKKE without number 2. So let's check it out. So as you can see, if you don't have a number 2 NIKKE, the burst will stop even though you have other heroes here or other NIKKE here with number 3. They won't be able to use their burst if you don't have number 2. As you can see on the bar here on the right side, on the middle right side, that's the number 2 burst. So if you don't have number 2 burst or number 2 NIKKE, then you won't be able to link it, and it won't get past that 2 unless you have number 2 on the team. So I have number 3 on the team, at least I actually have 3 number 3s here, and they won't be able to use their burst because I don't have number 2. Look at that. Alright, so this one is a complete. I have 1, 2, and 3. And let's go, let's check it out. Alright, so as you can see, now I have number 2. Then I can now use burst number 2 and link the number 3 burst. Now look at that. So now I can use the number 3 heroes or NIKKE, so I can use their burst attack. So now that you know the linking of burst, what you need to do is to strategize. So as for me, my strategy is for the first burst, 1, 2, 3, I would focus on adding extra bonus attack like this. For example, if you have litter, if you go to his skills, oh sorry, her skills, and her burst is, it will affect all allies. Attack will increase by 42.9 at level 3. So that's what will happen. Now my number 2 is, where is my number 2? My number 2 is Noble, which will give me additional bonus damage. So this burst skill is bonus damage, and then next will be my damager will be Rappy. So look at her skills or burst skills. Her burst skill is an additional attack damage to all enemies. Aside from that, she will increase her attack damage further. All right, so what will happen after the first burst? So what you need to do is think for the second burst. So for the second burst, if you want to add another damage, then you can just use litter again, because it will just rotate. Or you can use another number 1 hero, which is for example, mine is Mary. So for example, on the next set of burst, I don't have an HP, or my team is already received damage. Then what I'll do is I'll use this angel in white. So what will happen is there will be an additional defense and recovery for my team. So instead of clicking litter, I will click Mary for the second burst. So I think it's much better if I show that to you guys. So give me one moment. Let's battle someone from the campaign. Let's battle someone from the campaign just to show you what happened. Alright, let's battle this one. Alright, so let's go. I will stop the auto for burst. Let's wait for the burst. Okay, so our burst bar is almost full. Now what we'll do, so for example, I need more attack, then I'll use litter. I'll use this one, and I'll use number 3. Then let's wait for the second burst. Alright, so burst is building. Let's wait for the second burst. As you can see, I now have received some damages. So what I'll do is, instead of the other one, I'll use Mary for heal. And then that and that other burst. Alright, so that's how you do it. So that's the basics for team building. So it's actually pretty fun to build your team, but it will all depends on the NIKKE that you will be getting from the reroll that you will do. Just make sure you have at least one good damager or one good supporter, just like this litter. This is the litter account that I have, and if you have Scarlet, then just go for it and just build your team around that Scarlet girl. All right, so next up is next tip for you guys is this one. So the mission, all you need to do, if you're not really familiar yet with the game, then I would like to suggest you follow the main quest and missions and challenges. So if you're not really familiar yet, then just follow what you see from here and just click go right here, and you will be redirected to what you need to do. So for the early first and second day through the game, then it's much better to just follow the main missions. So yeah, it's actually pretty simple. Make sure you're doing your dailies and weeklies as well, because it will give you tons of reward. Don't forget to get the day by day event here on the upper left hand corner as well. And aside from that, there are other events here, like the where's here, you can click the event and we have the release login event. Make sure to get these as well, and these are pretty helpful resources and rewards. All right, so that's my number 3. All right, so for our fourth tip, every once in a while, if you're doing campaign, there will be a message that will pop up here. All right, so make sure you're completing every messages from here. There are tons of rewards that you can get, especially for items that you can use to gift your NIKKE. All right, and for the mission, there are tons of rewards as well that you can get from these people that is messaging you. So make sure you're completing everything from here, and don't forget to claim it as well, and you use it as soon as possible, because those gifts is pretty helpful for your NIKKEs. All right, next up is for level up prioritization, and this is my number 5 tip for today. So as you can see, for the level up prioritization, I would suggest you level up your main damager. So main damager first before everyone else. Make sure your main damager is, let's say, 20 levels above your other hero, because let's face it, the other teams are just there for, or other heroes are just there for supports, or either defending. So what you need is more damage. That's the reason why I have here my Rappy and Isabel, which is my main damager right now. It level up higher than everyone. Aside from that, make sure you are leveling up your other heroes. Let's say, for example, here my main heroes are all 61 compared to level 60. That is because of the gateway system. So for example, if you're leveling up this girl right here, Mary, to 62, you will only get small amounts of added stats. From 60 to 61, that is one main gateway, which uses this resource. Where's my resource? So core dust. If you see that your heroes are requiring core dust, that means you are getting more stats compared to leveling them normally. For example, let's say 61 to 62, it doesn't require core dust, right? Because it's not a gateway. So make sure you're always past that gateway to get more stats. So don't stop at 60, stop at 61. Same goes when you're level 40. Don't stop at 40. Make sure you're past 41 and use your core dust, because it gives more stats. Okay, so it's pretty helpful. All right, so that's my 5th, and let's move on to. All right, so for my number 6, this is the wipeout and timing. So once you've unlocked the outpost, you will now have the capability to gain more resources just by getting this or claiming this items right here. And this is just like the AFK loot. Same with other AFK games. Most probably you are all familiar with AFK games, right? So if you leave, our resources will be accumulated in relation to the time that you are out. So this one is the AFK resources that you can get and make sure you are getting these, let's say let's just say every 8 hours, so that your storage won't stay at full, because you really need to have more of these battle tactics. So this is our battle data set. It is pretty damn important to save more of these, because you need a lot of these to level up your NIKKE. Alright, so my tip for the wipeout is make sure you are fully stocked before utilizing wipeout. So what will happen is, if you click wipeout, you will instantly gain 2 hours worth of AFK loot. So make sure you've leveled up your outpost defense and your other things before doing wipeout, so that you can gain more resources. Alright, so the outpost defense will also be affected by tactics and lesson learned, lesson effect. So we will check that out when we go to the outpost. Alright, so yeah, make sure you're fully stocked first before utilizing wipeout to maximize the resources. Alright, so next up is the outpost. So I'll give you the basics on the outpost. Let's go to the outpost first. Alright, so as you can see here, I now have a lot of buildings built right here. That is because I've already gotten my lost relics from the stages. So let's go first with the Tactics Academy. Alright, so as you can see, I already have learned Class E, which affects the outpost defense. Not only outpost defense, I think there are tons of rewards or resources that you can get and benefits once you've learned fully learned Class A to E. Especially if you reach Class I here, definitely you'll get tons of benefits. So how do you unlock these classes? So all you need to do is to just get the buildings, build buildings. There are requirements to build buildings. You just need to get these blueprints from the stages. So I will put the link for my videos for Lost Relics Location on the description. So you just want to check it out. Maybe you missed some buildings, or you don't have the other buildings yet, then go to my other videos. It will be helpful for you for the location. Next is the synchro. So here, the synchro, what will happen here is whatever is the lowest leveled up NIKKE on your team, it will be distributed to NIKKE on the syncing here. So synchronize the level of all NIKKEs in the list to the lowest level of your main 5 registered. Okay, so your main 5 is the main 5 which you level up on your team. Okay, it will show you color yellow for level 1. That means they are just sync or using the synchro level. So this is pretty much the same with other AFK game, right? So if you're familiar with AFK game, this is just like these. All right, next is the recycling room. So on the recycling room, you just need to prioritize the general research. So level up at least level up your general research at least to 10 in order to unlock these extra bonuses that you can get. Like these, for example, I can now level up this one. All right. So yeah, to unlock these other stats bonuses for Elysian, Missile, Tetra, and Pilgrim. Make sure to at least level up your general research to 10. And you can get that item for leveling up the general research from the shop. I'll show it to you later. Alright, next is the infrastructure core. So here you can get rewards like this one right here, the high quality mold. So you will have a chance of getting SR and SSR. So there are bonuses that you can get from here on the chip information. So the more you unlock chips here, the more benefits that you can get. So unlocking this chip information, you just need to go through the main campaign and main stage. Alright, and I think that's it for now on the outpost basics. So on the command center, I just need to check your NIKKEs here and your jukeboxes. If you're bored, you can just listen to the musics that you got. And these musics are all scattered through the stage. You just need to look for them in the normal stages via Lost Relics. Again, the location for these musics will be included on the link below on the description. I'll put the link on the description for the other videos for Lost Relics. Alright, so let's now move on to my 8th tip, the advice and gifting. So advice and gifting, this is just your bond level to each NIKKE. And for gifting, my suggestion is gift your main damager first. Okay, prioritize your main damager because the more attraction rank you have, the more damage that you can get from bonuses, the more stats. Just like this, for example, my bond level for Rappy is already a rank 11. And as you can see, the HP I got is 10,000, attack 457, and defense 68. So there are tons of stats that you can get. And make sure to prioritize gifting to your main damager first. Okay, so I've been giving my main damager all the gifts that I got from the messages. Next is advice. So advice is different from gifting, and by doing advice, it will also give you extra bond experience. So right now I have 5 times advice per day, and I've been advising all my main 5 teams. Prioritize your main 5 for advice. So gifting is for your main damager, and advice is for your main 5. Alright, so that's it actually for my number 8 tip. Now let's move on to my 9th tip for the day. That is your inventory. Let's just wait. It's still loading. Sorry for that. Alright, so now my 9th tip for the day is inventory. So every once in a while you can gain resources like this battle data set and core dust and other materials for upgrade. So first I want you to save this battle data set and core dust boxes. Use it only if you're hard stock to the game and you've already upgraded your battle outpost. Outpost depends, because those items that you got from the quest and these items, it will all depends on the level of your outpost. All right, so the higher the level of the outpost, the more rewards that you can get, and the faster you level up your NIKKE. All right, and for your NIKKE, okay, so on the third day, I think third day or fourth day, you can gain blue equipment. So make sure you get the highest item that can give you more stats like HP and attack. And what I did is I got the helmet, and make sure to prioritize blue equipment first over green, because the green, if you upgrade the green, it gives you less stats per upgrade compared to the blue one. Yeah, because it's a higher tier, right? So yeah, prioritize the blue, upgrade the blue first from the rewards on the, I think we got that from the event. Is it on the day? Oh no, it's on the release login. All right, so on the third day, yep, on the third day you can gain these boxes. It will contain items, equipment. Okay, make sure to get that and upgrade it as soon as you can. All right, so that's my 9th tip. For my 10th tip for the day, this is for the shop. So on the shop, make sure to prioritize buying battle data set. This is pretty important, and sometimes it will show battle data set here for gems, but it's not worth it to buy battle data using gem because it's pretty expensive. Buy the battle data set that will only cost you credit, okay, not gems. So as you can see here, I purchased the credit using gems because it's fairly cheap. It's only 24 gems, so make sure to purchase that as well. And there, every day there is a free item here that you can buy. Make sure to purchase that every day. Now let's move on to the next shop here, the Union shop. So right now I don't have points right here. I'll show you the Union later. Next is the body label. So this is where I got my item to level up the energy core earlier. So this is on the outpost, used for leveling up your I forgot, let me just show you again. So let's go to the outpost. So on the recycling room, okay. Yep, the general research. So as you can see, you can use this re-energy to level it up. So make sure to buy that re-energy instead of the item that you can get to summon NIKKE, because that is a scam. Let's go back to the shop. So this one, high quality mold, this one is a scam. You can get SR here. It's the high SR is a higher probability of getting, or your probability of getting SR is higher compared to SSR here. So this is a scam. Okay, don't purchase this. And yeah, there are tons of items that you can buy from here to upgrade your recycle room. This is better compared to the high quality mold. Stay away from this, okay? All right, lastly, the mileage shop. So the mileage shop, this is like a pity on your summoning. So whenever you summon, you are getting this silver mileage ticket. And right now, I've done 95 summons, so now I have 95. So you need 200 to purchase one SSR hero from here. So probably I'll buy a second leader, or I'll buy Privity, and I'll use Privity as my main damager next time. Alright, so that's it for the shop.